Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we are playing yet another DDLC mod. This one is almost fairly brand new. Just released I think like 2 days ago, and it is called Doki Doki Emerald Affection. Now, I know that this game is like about Monica. Not really sure how the gameplay is gonna be, but let's find out. Really nice developer. I've played some of his other works. Very, very fun. Alright, let's do this. Act 1. Acceptance. Groan. Damn it. Morning already? Alright, a little bit loud. Let's turn that down just a bit. Morning already? What time is it? I reach over to the bedside table and grab my phone. Let's get the screen. The clock reads 7:35 a.m. Ugh, I really gotta stop staying up so late. I rub my eyes, removing the excess sleep. I take a quick glance out the window. Looks like a nice morning at least. Forcing myself to move, I get out of the bed and stretch. Yawn, that's better. Looks like it's time to start the day. I slowly make my way to the washroom to start my morning routine. Very nice. I undress and turn on the shower. Ooh. Scandalous. As I wait for the shower to warm, I think about the day ahead. I don't have any tests today. At least I don't think I do. Shaking my head, I reach my hand into the water. Ow. Okay, that's a bit hot. I adjust the water temperature and step into the shower. Much better. Nothing beats a warm shower in the morning. After quickly cleaning myself off, I turn off the shower and grab my towel. As I dry myself off, I make my way back to my room. I wrap my towel around my waist and check the closet. Damn, do I not have a clean uniform? Guess I'm wearing yesterday's. I pick up the school uniform piled in the corner of my room. Let me see. I give the worn uniform the sniff test. Good enough. Better do some laundry tonight, though. After changing into the not-so-clean uniform, I grab my things and head downstairs. Making my way into the kitchen, I realize I should probably eat something before I head out. I search through the fridge and cupboards looking for something I can whip up quickly. Not much of a selection, huh? I better go shopping one of these days. Finally, I locate a box with a lone Pop-Tart sitting in it. For now, it looks like this will have to do. Tearing the foil, I quickly consume the sugary treat and wash it down with a glass of milk. I take my phone out of my pocket and see 8:05 flash across the screen. Good timing, gotta meet Sayori. I quickly double check to make sure I have everything and leave my house. My eyes quickly adjust to the sunlight as I step out of the door. After locking the front door, I head over to Sayori, and so Sayori and I's typical meeting place. Hopefully she's awake. Will! God! Jesus, Sayori, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Am not. Classic Sayori. How about we don't find out? You know, a good morning would have worked too, right? You're no fun. What am I going to do with you? Anyway, good morning, Sayori. Morning, Will. How are things with you this morning? You know, aside from trying to land me in the hospital. Hehehe. They're good. I'm so happy it's Friday. Sayori. Yeah? It's Wednesday. Huh? Are you sure? Yes, Sayori, I'm sure. Dang it, I thought it was Friday. Oh no. What is it? I have a test today. Let out a small chuckle at her reaction. Never change, Sayori. Then we better hurry up or you're gonna miss it. Come on, let's go. Okay. We make our daily walk to school together, idly chatting on the way. Hey Sayori. Yeah? What subject is this fabled test of yours on? Math. I'm not really looking forward to it though. Wow, what a surprise. Let me guess. You didn't study. I did a little. What's a little? I opened the textbook, then immediately closed it. Sayori. I needed a coaster. So you used your textbook. It was that or getting those little watermarks on my desk. Those things don't come out, you know. Why didn't you just, I don't know, get a coaster? Because I didn't want to study. Sayori, if you keep putting off studying, I'm going to have to come and make sure you do. I charge by the hour, and I'm not cheap either. Eh? Meanie. All I can do is shake my head at her. All I can do is shake my head at her ridiculous thought. Ridiculous logic, sorry. Seriously, what am I going to do with you? Hehe. Hey, well, you didn't write a poem for the club today, did you? Right, the literature club, I totally forgot. Sayori and I are both members of our school's literature club. I joined them a month ago, but Sayori has been there since its inception. She's even vice president, funnily enough. Mind you, I don't think she's she does much in the way of vice presidential duties. That, of course, ends up falling on the club's president and founder, Monika. Monika. Back before I first joined the literature club, I had only spoken to Monika in passing a handful of times. However, in the last few weeks since I joined, I found myself becoming fast friends with her. Actually, that goes for all of the club's members. It's a nice little group, and it's becoming something I tend to look forward to. However, nah, I didn't. Monika did say poem writing was going on hiatus for a little because of the festival, after all. The festival. That certainly wasn't a bright spot for the club. Monika proposed that we do a poetry performance in order to draw in new members to the club, which in theory was a great idea. However, in practice, we found that the majority of kids in our high school found it more interesting to crack jokes and make digs during the performances. After about 20 minutes of presentations, the club room had become a disaster, with cupcake wrappers strewn across the floor and desks. That and those who weren't being assholes and left due to the disruptions. Monika stepped in and kicked the remaining students out, declaring the event over. Needless to say, no new members signed up, and it left us with a bad taste in our mouth in regards to poetry. Hence me not writing a poem this afternoon. Yeah. It's too bad, I liked writing poems. Sayori pouts. Yeah, I started to grow a bit of an affinity toward it myself. I'm sure it won't be a permanent break though. Just gives everyone time to take their mind off what happened. Hopefully. Those guys were such jerks. Seriously, who says stuff like that at a fun school event? Yeah, trust me, I hear you. We should try and let it go though. Not much we can do now, right? You're right, it just sucks. We worked so hard on it too. Yeah, we sure did. Every member did their part in trying to make the event go well. Itsuki made her signature cupcakes. Yuri made some beautiful decorations that really livened up the atmosphere of the event. Sayori and Monika teamed up and made some great pamphlets which outlined the performances. As for me, I was initially hired hands, helping each member how I could. Wait, did I say that right? As for me, I was essentially hired hands, helping each member how I could. Which is unfortunate it didn't go the way we wanted. After another few minutes of walking, we arrived at the school gates. Well, I better get going to class. See you at lunch, Will. Alright, see you, Sayori. Good luck on your test. You're gonna need it. I make a face at Sayori. Yeah, don't remind me. Sayori gives me an annoyed look, but shows a small smile as she waves goodbye. See ya! I laugh as I make my way to the school's main courtyard. Reaching the courtyard, I begin my routine walk to class. My first class is on the other side of the courtyard. As I make my way down the pathway, I see the same couples and friend group that I tend to see hanging around. I used to feel a bit jealous when I'd see stuff like that in the past. Naturally, I'm not the most popular guy around. and I'm definitely not bringing in the ladies. However, now that I found myself my own group of friends, I tend to just walk right by without feeling down anymore. Heh, all because of the literature club. Who would have thought? I enter the building that contains my class. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a pink-haired girl fumbling around with a plastic container in front of her locker. Natsuki. I wonder what Natsuki's doing. Walking up from behind, I give her a tap on the shoulder. Hey Natsuki. What the? Natsuki looks ready to throw a punch when she realizes who it was who tapped her. What the hell, Will? Do you have some kind of death wish or something? Sorry, Natsuki, I didn't mean to scare you. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just look, I didn't drop anything. I noticed a container that Natsuki was struggling with laying nicely on the bottom of her locker. I started to think about what my face would look like if it had fallen on the ground. You'd have been screwed, bro. Heh, sorry. What's in the container anyway? Huh, like I'd tell you. How about you mind your own business? Not looking to end up with multiple bruises on my arms, I decided not to press her on the topic. Okay, anyway. What you up to this morning? Aside from trying to punch random passerbys, I mean. Mitsuki rolls her eyes. Fine, I guess. Just another day, you know? Yeah, I feel ya. Been a bit of a lull since the festival. Yeah, exams don't start for another week or so things are kinda ordinary. But I'll take that over the festival any day. No kidding. Mind you, I may prefer it to Nijima's ends. We'll just say ends class. Don't even get me started. Could she be more of a hard ass? I can't even chew gum in her glass. Yeah, I won't miss her when I graduate, that's for damn sure. Realizing I've been talking with Natsuki for a few minutes, I noticed the time. Ah, damn, I'm gonna be late. Catch you later, Natsuki. Noticing the time herself, Natsuki responds, huh? Oh yeah, see you later, Will. I give Natsuki a quick wave as I head toward my classroom. Making my way toward my seat, I hear the bell. Ring! Interesting noise, okay. Just in time. Mr. Katsumi. Cutting it pretty close there, Will. Mr. Katsumi eyes me down as I take my seat. Sorry sir, won't happen again. Plunking down my bag next to my desk, I take out my things as Mr. Katsumi begins class. Let's get this over with. Ring. Alright class, don't forget to have your reports ready for tomorrow morning. That damn report. At least I actually got it done ahead of time. Not that it's all that great, but finished on the least. Anyway, I better go meet Sayori. Since I joined the club, Sayori and I have made it somewhat of a tradition to eat lunch on the roof. Surprisingly enough, there's generally not too many people up there at this time, so it's a relaxing spot to chat. Grabbing my things, I make my way towards the roof to meet with Sayori. Arriving on the roof, I realize Sayori is nowhere to be found. That dummy. She probably got her hand caught in the vending machine again. I take a seat on a nearby bench and set my things down beside it. Okay, wait a second. Why did the music turn off? I don't like that. I really don't like when the music stops playing. Alright, let's continue. Once settled, I take a quick look at my surroundings. To my surprise, I spot a familiar face staring out into the city. Monika? As I look more closely, Monika's expression becomes more clear. Man, she looks really down. I wonder if the events of the festival are still bugging her. I certainly wouldn't blame her. Surely Monika took what happened at the festival the hardest out of anyone. Being the club president and all, she put her everything into making making sure the event ran smoothly. While she never let it show that she was upset, I'd have a hard time believing it didn't upset her. I hope she's not taking it too personally, though. My train of thought is interrupted by Monika's voice. Will? Everything alright? When did she notice I was here? I gotta quit zoning out like that. Hey Monika. So sorry, I didn't see you there. Monika flashes me a look of concern. Are you okay? You were completely spaced out there for a moment. Hmm? Oh, that. Yeah, I was just thinking about a couple things. I'm all good though. Thanks for the concern though, Monika. Flashing her signature smile, Monika responds. No problem, Will. Just gotta make sure my club members are doing alright, you know? That's Monika for you, always looking out for others. It's honestly pretty admirable. Although, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought you came up here to spy on me or something. Huh? Of course not. I'm caught off guard by my response. Monika giggles. Don't worry, Will, I'm only teasing you. Right, I knew that. I let out a small laugh at my own stupidity. Might as well go with it. Come on, Monika, if I was spying on you, I'd pick a better hiding spot than directly in front of you. I flashed Monika a smirk. Oh, is that so? Somehow I doubt that. We share a laugh at my expense. After a brief moment of silence, Monika speaks again. So if you're not up here spying on the club's presidents, what brings you to the roof, Will? Well, a certain vice president is supposed to be meeting me up here for lunch. As you can see, however, she's nowhere to be found. I'm convinced she's stuck in the vending machine again. I'm sure that's not the... Wait. Again? Monika seems highly amused at this sudden realization that it would in fact not be the first time Sayori has gotten herself in such a pickle. Yep, you seem surprised. This is Sayori we're talking about here. Honestly, it wouldn't even make the top 5 of Sayori's moments that would make you shake your head. I guess you're right. Still, you should have more faith in her, Will. I'm sure something just came up. Maybe I still vote vending machine mishap. Monika laughs. Anyhow, to properly answer your question, Sayori and I typically meet up here for lunch. Kinda started around when I started the club, actually. It helps that the roof is a nice spot to decompress a little between classes, too. You have a point there. Personally, I found myself coming up here on a day like today where I need a bit of a break. I find the peace and quiet as well as calm me down a bit when things get hectic, you know? No kidding, I'm sure you of all people need time to calm down pretty often. Monika gives me a somewhat quizzical expression. What do you mean by that? Crap. I guess that came out wrong. Is that a different version of like my confession? Hold on a second, I actually kind of like that. Okay, yeah, let's just take a second to appreciate the music here. I like this music. Not even gonna lie. Okay, back to the story. I guess that came out wrong. What I meant was, you always seem so busy. It's only natural you'd get a bit overwhelmed from time to time. Look at her over here doing the people's eyebrow. Sorry. I scratched the back of my neck, albeit a bit sheepishly. Oh, I see. Monika stares at me somewhat blankly. I really don't think I said anything out of line. My brief train of thought is interrupted by Monika's voice. You're not wrong. Monika's expression lifts slightly. Sorry, Will, what you said just struck a bit of a chord. I guess it's just one of those days. I just overreacted a little. Can't say I totally understand where she's coming from. But from the tired expression on her face, it seems pretty clear that she's got a lot on her mind. No worries, Monika, we all have our moments. Besides, it's understandable with with the festival and all. I understand if you're a little on edge. Yeah, that's certainly a part of it. Monika trails off. There's an uncomfortable silence until grumble. Ah, right, I haven't eaten lunch yet. Hopefully Monika didn't hear that. To my dismay, however, my hopes are proven fruitless as I see a smirk on Monika's face. Hungry, huh? I feel my face growing warmer. Heh, yeah. I didn't have a huge breakfast and while Sayori has my lunch. I knew relying on Sayori for lunch would come back to bite me eventually. Monika giggles. While embarrassing, I thank my stomach for lightening the mood. Seeing Monika smile just makes me feel nice. I can't exactly put my finger on why, but regardless. Well, if that's the case. Setting her bag next to me, Monika unzips it and pulls out what looks like an extra box. An extra large bento box. I just so happened to pack an extra lunch today. An extra large, oh my god. Extra large lunch today. It looks like we still have a bit of time before the bell. And since my vice president has clearly left you lunchless, why don't we share? Did I hear that right? She wants to share her lunch with me? Monika smiles as she awaits my response. Are you sure, Monika? Of course, silly. You can't go the rest of the school day without eating, after all. She really does care for people, huh? I mean, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Okay, I guess you have a point. Thanks, Monika. Don't mention it, it's nothing. Here. Monika moves her bag and has a seat next to me on the bench. As she gets settled, she hands me a fork. You'll probably need this. Monika hands me a somewhat heavy-duty plastic fork. Considering she has one of her own, it's becoming clear that she came prepared. If it was anyone else, I might feel a bit weird. Might find it a bit weird. But I'm hardly surprised Monika is overprepared for something. I certainly can't complain, as it is currently working to my benefits. Oh, thanks. I accept Monika's gracious utensil offering as I see her open the aforementioned bento box. Okay, what's a bento box? I don't really know what that is. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Sorry, I don't know if I'm stupid or what. Oh, it's just a lunch. Okay, it's just a lunchbox. Okay, got it. Okay. Aforementioned bento box. As she removes the lid, I see a decent assortment of what looks like freshly prepared food. The way it's so neatly arranged, she must have bought it somewhere. Yet it looks fresh enough that it must have been purchased just this morning. Well, shall we? Monika smiles as she motions toward the box with a fork, prompting me to have the first bite. I hesitantly take a small vegetable roll onto my fork and place it in my mouth. I'm surprised just how good it is. For store-bought, it's amazing. Wow, that's pretty good. Where'd you get it? Apparently amazing enough that I forgot to swallow before speaking. Come again? I feel the blush filling my face as Monika laughs at my unintelligible question. I quickly swallow and correct myself. Sorry. What I meant to say was, that's pretty good. Where'd you get it? I like the blinking effects. Those are cool. I don't think I've ever really paid attention, but yeah, the blinking effects are pretty cool. I scratched the back of my neck in embarrassment once again. Hehehe. If you must know, I got it from my house. I gave Monika a blank stare. I mean, yeah, I figured that. I kinda meant, where did you buy it from? I've never had a store-bought veggie roll that tastes nearly as good as that one. Monika swallows her own bite of food before responding. That's because it's not store-bought. I made it myself, silly. I almost spit out my second veggie roll at her response. Making sure I swallow this time, I respond. What? You seriously made this? Mm-hmm. Itsuki's not the only one that knows how to cook, you know. Plus, when you live alone, you should know how to cook for yourself. Considering Monika knows I live alone, and judging by the smug look on her face, that is very clearly a dig at me. I'm gonna choose to ignore that slight on my cooking skills, but only because you're sharing your lunch with me. Is that so, huh? And what if I wasn't? Well, I'd think of something. Monika laughs and takes another bite. We continue to take turns taking a bite until the box is almost empty. Not realizing that only one piece remains, I stab my fork into the last veggie roll. Clearly Monika had the same idea as I feel her fork meet the side of my hand on the way down. Ah! Monika jumps slightly as she pulls her hand away from the box. Sorry, Will. A small blush of embarrassment creeps across Monika's face. Feeling a tinge of embarrassment myself, I respond. No, it's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I shake the roll off my fork and it lands back into the box. Plus, you should have the last bite. You made it after all. Scratching the back of my head, I nudge the box towards Monika. Monika lets out a nervous laugh. Why don't we just split it? I find my eyes widen at her proposal. Split it? Like Lady in the Tramp style? How else do you split something? If you say so. Monika smiles as I watch her guide her fork towards the veggie roll. This isn't actually happening, right? I feel my face growing increasingly warmer as I see the fork get ever closer to the bowl. As I watch her next action, I realize I'm a moron. Monika uses the side of her fork, splits the roll in half. Right, you can cut things in half. What the hell was I thinking? There we go. Problem solved. Monika laughs as she quickly tosses her half of the roll in her mouth. I proceed to do the same after I unconsciously shake my head at my complete idiocy. Swallowing the last bite, I hear the warning bell. Well, it looks like we better head to class. Heh, yeah, I guess so. Thanks again for lunch, Monika. It was certainly better than what I would have had otherwise. I shudder at the thought of last time Sayori made lunch. It's really no problem, Will. Always happy to help a friend. Monika flashes me a sweet smile, though a tinge of sadness washes over me upon hearing her words. Unable to mentally explain to myself why, I brush it off and flash Monika a smile of my own. We both collect our things as we bid each other farewell. See you at the club, Will. See ya, Prez. Thanks again. Monika gives me a small wave as she takes her leave from the roof. Well, I sure didn't think that was how I'd spent my lunch break. Mind you, I'm not complaining. Between the good food and good company, I had a nice time. I'm sure Sayori will find some way to tease me about spending time alone with Monika then. Speaking of, whatever happened to Sayori? She did get stuck in the vending machine. Hopefully someone got her out. I'll have to bug her later about it. Laughing at the thought, I make my way to class, leaving it in a better mood than I came. Aww, how sweet. Ring. Well, there's another day in the books. History class just keeps getting more and more boring. You know, fair enough. If it keeps up like this, I'm gonna turn it's gonna turn into my designated afternoon nap time, as if it hasn't been in the past. After standing and stretching, I make my way towards the club room. While en route to the club room, I see a coral-haired girl in the distance. Looks like it's time for some good old-fashioned payback. Sneaking up behind her, I quickly grab her shoulders. Hey, Sayori! Ah! Her reaction causes me to laugh. And that's for this morning. Well, that's so mean! After calming down, Sayori makes a pouty face. You shouldn't be mean to girls, you know. Sayori, you literally just did the same thing to me this morning. That's different. How, Sayori? 'Cause you're a big meanie. What? I shake my head at the pouty girl in front of me. Hey, Sayori, if you're done pouting, feel like telling me where you were at lunch? Are you stuck in the vending machine again or something? On it. I swear to God, every time I start saying Sayori, my phone thinks I'm saying hey Siri, and it's it's so annoying. So annoying. Okay. Huh? No, I didn't. It was, well, I had to have a talk with the math teacher. She was extremely disappointed. She was extremely disappointed with how I did on the test. Wait, but you just took it today, didn't you? How did she already know how you did? Apparently, she didn't have to mark it to know it was bad. She took one look at the first page and knew she needed to see me after. Sayori. I considered scolding her a bit about her bad performance, but I stopped myself. Normally I would, like I always have since we were kids. However, since she told me about her depression, I realized that likely does a lot more harm than good. While she started seeing a therapist since telling me, I can't help but feel I should try a little harder to watch what I say in times like this. She told me I can retry at lunch tomorrow, though. I'm gonna actually study this time. Sayori looks proud of herself. Why exactly, I'm not quite sure. You better. Remember what I said about supervising? Sayori sports her signature pouty face on my response. You know, that is an adorable face. I must say. The blinking just adds so much to this game. I love it. I love this game so far. Sorry, I didn't let you know though. You're probably starving, huh? Nah, I'm alright. I actually ran into Monika on the roof. Seeing as I had no food, she took pity on me and offered to share lunch with me. I had some dramatic emphasis to my words, teasing Sayori. Ooh. Which is completely lost on Sayori at the mention of Monika, and I existing in the same space alone. You and Monika? Uh-oh. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Sayori bounces around with the mention of me and Monika. She's been on board that ship since my second week in the club. All because I zoned out in her general direction a split second too long. Okay, slow your roll. We just shared lunch and chatted, that's it. Sure it was. Sayori laughs as she makes a mock kissy face. I roll my eyes at her ridiculous display. Let's go. Sayori giggles as she throws open the clubroom door. I shake my head as I enter behind her. Sayori greets the club as she enters. Hey everyone! Sayori loudly announces her presence as usual. I follow with a simple wave to the usual scene. Hey Sayori, hey Will. Greetings to you both. My girl. I will forever be a Yuri-san. Hello, you two. I'm glad you decided to show up after all. Monika giggles as she motions to the clock on the wall. Oh crap, looks like we're a couple minutes late. Sorry, Monika. I got a bit tied up with your vice president. Might want to rein her in. I give Sayori a nudge. What? The girls laugh at Sayori's confused expression. Don't laugh at me. Looks like the mood of the group is pretty good today. Heck, even Yuri's having a laugh. After laughter subsides, Monika addresses the club. Okay, everyone. Now that we're all here, I believe that Natsuki has something to share. Huh? Oh, right. Well, Will's been a member for a month now, yeah? So to celebrate, I made cupcakes! Yay, cupcakes! I'm reminded of the container Natsuki was fumbling with this morning. Huh, so that must have been why she was so antsy earlier. What? Really? Natsuki, that's so nice! Jumping up and down, Sayori bear hugs Natsuki. Ah! Sayori. What the heck? Three of us watch in amusement as we witness Natsuki being completely trapped by the coral-haired cupcake monster. The coral-haired cupcake monster. That's what I like to hear. Hey Will, don't you have this thing trained? Can't you get her off? Can't you get her off of me? Sorry Natsuki, she only responds to treats. Jokingly I snap my fingers. Down, girl. Sayori completely ignores me as she continues to hug Natsuki. See? Told you. I hear laughter from beside me as I see Yuri and Monika both letting out a giggle. Finally, Monika steps in. Okay, Sayori, that's enough. Why don't you let Natsuki breathe for a second? Okay. Sayori finally lets go of Natsuki. Geez, Sayori, you're such a little kid sometimes. It's just cupcakes. But they're your cupcakes. And those are the best kind. Natsuki groans. Anyway, I need to go get them from my locker downstairs. I'll be back in a sec. Natsuki shuffles out of the club room. Shall I prepare some tea? Sure, Yuri. Tea sounds wonderful. Yuri nods to herself as she makes her way towards the closet. Ooh, I'll move the desks. I watch as Sayori begins rushing around the room, shoving desks around to form a small table. Seeing the scene form around me, I'm reminded of my first day in the club. Heh, it's like deja vu. Hehehe. Remind you of something? Seems as if Monika can read minds. Something like that. Honestly, Monika, I'm a bit surprised you put up with me for a whole month. You deserve some kind of medal. Well, I can't exactly kick out my vice president's best friend, can I? Heh, you say that like you've been thinking about kicking me out. Have I really been that bad? Well, Monika flashes me a cheeky smile. Wow, I see how it is. I guess nepotism really does have its perks then, huh? You're such a dork, Will. Monika playfully rolls her eyes as she makes her way over to Sayori. Heh, something like that. After a short while, Natsuki and Yuri return, and we all take our seats around the table. Natsuki! These are so good! Surprising absolutely nobody, Sayori began stuffing her face the moment the lid was removed from the cupcake container. Sayori, leave some for the rest of us, would ya? Sorry. Sayori speaks as her mouth is completely full of cupcake. Sayori, did your parents ever tell you to not speak with your mouth full? Hehehe. Yeah. I give Sayori a little pat on the head. Why are you petting me? I'm not a dog. Are you sure? Because you sure eat like one. Eh? Meanies. Especially you, Will. I guess I'm guilty as charged. Humph. Laughter eventually dies down. Girls begin to talk amongst themselves. Seeing everyone in a good mood sort of puts me at ease. Things haven't been nearly this upbeat since the festival. Honestly, I was pretty worried about what the future of the club would look like afterwards. Being the club's best chance. With the club's best chance to bring in new club members completely tanking, no new blood would be coming in after all. Which wouldn't be so bad. All on its own. Honestly, I'm more than happy with the size of it. With the size it is now. Give me a second to actually be able to talk. However, the 5 of us graduate in just a matter of months. Meaning that come this April, the Literature Club will essentially be all but a memory at the school. I remember Monika mentioned something on the first day about really growing the club before we graduate. Normally something like this wouldn't really bother me at all, but something about those words have really started resonating with me. I would really hate to see the efforts these girls have put in just go by the wayside. Specifically, I'd hate to see all of Monika's efforts go to waste. She really is determined to make the club into something great. Honestly, so am I. I guess this place has really grown on me. My train of thought is interrupted by a worried Sayori coming into my peripheral. Hello, Earth to Will. You in there? Oh, I was just living in my own head for a minute there. Nothing to worry about. Okay, but you really gotta work on that, Will. You space out more than I do. I laughed at the incredibly false statement that just came out of her mouth. Pot, meat kettle. Before Sayori can respond, Monika stands up and addresses the club. Okay, everyone. Before we wrap things up today, I do have one more thing I would like to discuss with all of you. Ooh, does this have to do with poems? That's right. I think we should get back to doing club activities again. I figured since we're all familiar with poem writing, that it would be a good way to start getting back into the swing of things. I know that the festival was disheartening to us all, but I think it's important that we don't let it affect us as much as it has. What do you all think? I think it's a great idea. I want to read everyone's poems again. I agree. Allowing such childish actions to affect us as writers would just be unbefitting of a literature club. I think we should resume the poem activity. Yeah, I'm with Yuri. Screw those guys. I'm sick of feeling like crap because a bunch of people suck. The girl's eyes turned towards me, clearly waiting for my say on the matter. I'm all for it. We shouldn't let what happen weigh on us any longer. Monika smiles and nods at my response. Will is right. Sounds like we're all in agreement then. We all nod in response. Then it's decided. Starting tomorrow, we'll resume poem writing. Monika smiles. It looks almost as if a sense of relief has washed over her. Could that be what was bothering her earlier? Okay, everyone. On that note, let's wrap things up for today. I look forward to seeing your poems. Good luck, everyone. With that, the club meeting is adjourned. Sayori and Yuri begin cleaning up the room as Monika walks over to the front desk, presumably to collect her things. I notice Natsuki packing up her own things over by the closet. Realizing I hadn't properly thanked her for earlier, I make my way towards her. Hey Natsuki. Home? What's up? I just wanted to thank you for those cupcakes. You really didn't have to go out of your way to make them for me. Don't sweat it. It's really not a big deal or anything. Just be grateful. I chuckle at her confidence. Don't worry, I am. Although, what made you remember today was my 1 month? You marked it on your calendar or something? You wish. If you must know, Monika told me about it. Monika, honestly, the cupcakes were her idea in the first place. I was just the hired gun. Really? Monika asked you to do that? Did I stutter? Honestly, I swear you're deaf sometimes. No, I heard you. I was just a bit surprised she asked you to do that for me is all. What? You think she's got a crush on you or something? What? No. I'm just surprised she'd ask something like that, that's all. It's Monika we're talking about here. It's really not that weird. She started calling you Oni-chan all of a sudden, and then maybe you'd be onto something about her undying love for you. But until then, don't flatter yourself. I never even... Yeah, quit kidding yourself. Anyway, I gotta get home. See you tomorrow, lover boy. Give Natsuki a wave as I roll my eyes. Last time I tried to thank her for something. After attempting to mentally process the ridiculous conversation that just occurred, I make my way over to Sayori. Hey Will, ready to go? Yep, I'm all set. Sayori beams as she waves goodbye to Monika at the front of the room. Bye, Monika. I follow suit with a brief wave of my arm. Bye, you two. See you tomorrow. Preparing for the routine walk home, we exit the club room. Sayori and I make our walk home somewhat uneventfully. After a short break of silence, I notice a smirk on Sayori's face. What's up, Sayori? Nothing. I stare at Sayori blankly. I've known Sayori long enough to know that nothing does not in fact mean nothing. Come on, Sayori. Out with it. Sayori just stares at me and snickers. So... when's the wedding? A blank stare returns. Sayori, what on earth are you talking about? You know, you and Monika. Eck. I flick Sayori's forehead. Hey! What was that for? You were implying something was going on between me and Monika. Again. How many times do I have to tell you there's nothing like that going on between us? Honestly, Sayori, I don't even know how this started. What do you mean, how? You say that like that little stunt you pulled at the festival didn't happen. Huh? Oh, that. Immediately I feel my face increase in temperature. Look, that was just to get Monika out of the jam, that's all. Sure, it was. Thoughts of that afternoon come flooding towards me. Monika was standing at the front of the class, preparing to present her poem. After Sayori's performance was met with mixed reactions, mainly due to the constant interruptions, Monika decided she would be the next to perform. While the turnout had been quite impressive, she was clearly displeased with how the event had transpired so far. However, she began to present like everything was normal. The crowd was surprisingly well behaved for the first little bit of Monika's performance. It almost looked as if Monika was turning this event around. That was, of course, until a couple of clowns decided they wanted things to go a little differently. Hey Monika, how about you quit writing and go back to sucking up for teachers? Heh, assuming you're not busy sucking something else. Monika immediately froze. Huh? Honestly, Monika, you quit debate club to start this? That's pathetic. Even the school newspaper reporter took the opportunity to join in on the interruptions. Monika, can you address why you chose to resign as debate club leader? Was there an internal scandal, perhaps? Or maybe a one-night stand gone wrong with a fellow member? What are you... I couldn't believe what was unfolding in the club room. I glanced over at Sayori, who was wearing a wide-eyed expression. It seemed as if the entire room was staring through Monika. For the first time, I saw what looked like a look of hopelessness on Monika's face. I had to do something, anything, to take the attention away. So in order to direct some eyes off of her, I took it upon myself to shout the first thing that came to my mind that would turn some heads. I've always loved you, Monika. What? Monika's eyes darted toward me, along with what felt like the rest of the classroom. I made eye contact with Monika, flashing her a concerned look. After giving her a slight nod toward the crowd, it seemed Monika understood what I was trying to do. Using the brief moment my outburst allowed, Monika composed herself and put her foot down. Okay, enough. Everybody out now. One by one, the students eventually got out of their seats and exited the room. The room fell silent, and the event was over. You really think I believe that's all that was? You keep saying that, but nobody just belts out a love confession in the middle of a crowded room. Like I said, not a love confession. It was just a distraction, that's all. I even told Monika afterwards that's all that was. So that's all it was. Whatever you say, Will. A best friend's instinct is never wrong. Even if you think that's all it was, you must have thought it at some point. Geez, did you and Natsuki team up to become a tag team teasing champions of the world or something? Obviously I'm getting it from both of you today. Sayori simply grins at me. Luckily, Sayori's house is quickly approaching, meaning freedom from this particular conversation. Hey, don't you have studying to do? I motioned towards Sayori's house. Huh? Oh, we're home already? Looks like it. You better get to cramming then. Snack first. Then I'll study. Figures. Oh, don't forget a poem either. Don't worry, I won't. See you tomorrow, Will. Bye, Sayori. Sayori waves goodbye as she skips towards her front door. Although she just got finished pestering me, I'll admit that it feels nice seeing her happy like this. Something about it feels more genuine than before. I'm sure it won't be smooth sailing for her or anything, but it's an improvement. I smile as I make the brief journey to my own front door. Arriving at my door, I fumble around in my bag looking for my keys. After a brief moment, I finally locate them. Turning the key in the lock, I open the door and enter my house. Upon entering my living room, I drop my bag on the floor and plunked myself on the couch. Thinking ahead, I realize I don't have any homework that needs catching up on. Heh, for once. Looks like all I have to do is write a poem. It's been a little while. I wonder how rusty I'll be. Not like my old stuff was that great anyway. I'll think on that later. For now, it's anime time. I open up my streaming app to fire up the most recent episode. Looks like I can get an episode or two in before I gotta start on the poem. I lean into the couch as the intro begins to play. Yawn. Sitting at my desk, I find myself staring down at the blank piece of paper. Man, I am really rusty. It's been about 15 minutes since I first sat down, and I still haven't had anything come to mind. There's gotta be something to write about. I searched my consciousness for anything I could put on paper. Come on, brain, there's gotta be something in there. After a moment, I start remembering my exchange with Monika this afternoon. Regardless of what Sayori and her little pink gremlin say about my supposed love for her, I did enjoy my time with her today. She really is something. While I've known her for a while, I never really had the chance to get to know her until I joined the club. Initially, I just thought she was some preppy popular girl that aced her classes and had jocks drooling over her. And while those things are technically true, she really doesn't act like that's the case. In my time really knowing her, she's proven to be a pretty down-to-earth, caring person. I think back on the comments those students made that day during her performance. Honestly, they seem like they couldn't be further off base from how Monika really is as a person. Although sometimes I feel like there's a bit more to her than she lets on. I tend to get the feeling that the perfectionist honor student personality of hers is simply a facade. She really did seem down when I first spotted her on the roof, and the way she reacted to my comment wasn't something I'd expect from someone who's got it all figured out. I guess nobody really does know, so that's not a surprise in and of itself. In my time at the club, I've come to learn a little about the girls. Yuri's mentioned her tendency to feel overwhelmed, and Tsuki's alluded to things not being perfect at home. And of course, Sayori has her condition. Although I really haven't learned a whole lot about Monika aside from the general surface level stuff. I wonder, could she too have some demons of her own? I shake my head. What am I saying? That's none of my business, whether she does or not. I just feel this impulse, this feeling of wanting to make sure she's okay. I let out a sigh as I rub my temples. I must be going crazy or something. Getting on my desk chair, I stand and stretch. Glancing at the time, I notice it's getting late. Crap, I gotta get something down. I crack my knuckles as I sit back down, this time with a bit of extra focus. And done. My pen falls onto the desk with a small thud. At least I managed to get something done for tomorrow. Definitely isn't my best work, but expectations for my rating were already pretty low anyway. I tuck the ink-covered paper into my bag and get ready for bed. I wonder what Monika will think of this one. I shake my head at the thought. I gotta get her off the brain. Likely a good night's sleep will help. I changed into my sleepwear as I noticed the lack of a clean uniform again for tomorrow. Damn it. Guess I'm going another day with a dirty uniform. Accepting my lack of cleanliness, I crawl into bed. I shut my light off, allowing nothing but moonlight as a light source for my room. I feel the day's exhaustion start to set in as my head hits the pillow. I feel my eyes get heavy, I drift off to sleep. Alright, apparently this mod's going to be a little bit longer than I expected it to be. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to go, but we're going to stop there for today. That's going to be the end of part 1 of this video. I wasn't expecting to make more than one part, but we're already 53 minutes into it. So we don't want to make this video go too long. So yeah, this has been Doki Doki Emerald Affection. I will put a link down in the description for you if you want to play it. But yeah, I will make a part 2 to this video at some point. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have a good day, guys.